Are you fascinated by mythical creatures? In this video, I'm going to take you on a journey to explore the most mysterious and fascinating creatures from mythology. From dragons to unicorns, discover the stories behind these legendary creatures and find out why they have been so popular throughout history. Get ready for an adventure like no other. According to the mythology of ancient Libya, Acephali were humans with faces on their chests. It was believed that their heads had been removed by deities as punishment for making a rebellion against them. Herodotus and Josephus were two prominent writers from that era who wrote about these creatures extensively. Banshees were often depicted as young women, who would be brushing their hair with a silver or golden comb. Additionally, they were known for their red eyes due to perpetual weeping. The myth of King James I states that he was warned by a wailing woman that he would an unfortunate end to a conspiracy plotted by the Earl of Athol and his companions. Sadly, it came to pass, and the monarch was killed as predicted. In the past, people were cautioned against picking up a comb if they ever stumbled upon one, as it may have belonged to a banshee. Because if the comb broke, that would summon the banshee to kill them. Another explanation is that the name comb in Irish is Ishkabeha, meaning water of life. Centaurs are legendary figures in Greek mythology which have the head and torso of a human being combined with the body of a horse. Commonly known as Ichthyidae, these mythical creatures have long captivated people's imaginations. A well-known figure in Greek mythology, centaurs are fabled to be the offspring of Ixion, the king of Lapiths, the oldest race in Thessaly, and Nephili. While they may look similar to the person whose doppelganger they are, they actually have no connection whatsoever. On top of that, they were said to not have any reflections in the mirror or cast shadows. In his book Washington in Lincoln's Time, Noah Brooks put forward the notion that Abraham Lincoln had an encounter with his double before being re-elected president. John Donne, the renowned British poet, had a strange experience when he was in Paris. He claimed to have seen an apparition of his wife there, and then discovered upon his return home that his spouse had given birth to a stillborn child. Echidna, from Greek mythology, was a hybrid creature composed of woman and snake. She resided in a cave by herself and was the wife of the feared monster Typhon. Fairies are usually depicted as tiny, human-like creatures with supernatural abilities. Reports of these supernatural beings have existed for centuries, and they range in size from very small to the same size as a human. Besides being tiny in size, some fairies could magically change their size to fit with that of humans. Fairies on Orkney were known to be small and dressed in dark gray clothing, often seen wearing armor. Golem is found in Jewish folklore, with Psalms 139:16 being a popular example. In Talmud literature, golem is mainly used to describe a figure that has been given life. Going back to the Middle Ages, a belief developed that certain phrases and deities could be used by magicians to bring dolls to life. This was referred to as animation. Such tales have been passed down through time, and form the basis of modern animation. This idea has stayed with us right through the centuries. In the olden days, words or phrases were inscribed on paper, which was then placed in a golem's mouth or taped to its head. By removing these Hebrew letters from its body, the golem would cease to function. Hydra, otherwise known as the Lernaean Hydra, is a creature found in Greek mythology. It is said to have descended from Typhon and Echidna as described in Hesiod's Theogony. It has the form of a massive water snake-like creature. According to Breton folklore, Ionic Anod or Ionic Anod are the spirits of those lost at sea who were never recovered. Rumored to haunt coasts at night, they cry out "I-O-U, I-O-U," in a forlorn wail. Jatayu is a major figure in the Hindu Ramayana. He can be in the form of an eagle or a vulture, and is the son of Aruna and Shayanai, brother of Sampati, and nephew to Garuda. His close relationship with Dasharatha, Rama's father, is also well known. Legends of Kamaitachi, a paranormal being from the Koshinetsu region in Japan, are quite popular. People have experienced strange events which are sometimes attributed to this creature's presence. Next on our list, Medusa is a must-have on their list. The figure hails from Greek mythology and is one of the most popular entities in that field. The three Gorgon sisters Steno, Euryale and Medusa were born to the ancient sea gods, Phorcys and Ceto, who were themselves sons of the ocean god Oceanus and the earth goddess Gaia. While her immortal sisters carried a divine essence, Medusa was mortal. Medusa, the mythical creature, had a human form and her hair was made up of snakes. Whenever she looked into someone's eyes, they would turn to stone instantly due to her power. Medusa was once a devoted follower of Athena and her hair was said to be silky and golden. She swore to remain unwed for life but, unfortunately, she gave in to temptation and married Poseidon in the end. Greek mythology tells the story of the Nemean lion, a huge mythical creature said to be offspring of Echidna and Typhon or Zeus and Selene. An alternate origin story says he descended from the moon, being Chimera's child. The Nemean lion was known for its golden-hued skin which could not be harmed by regular weapons of humans. Its razor-sharp claws were sharper than any weapon crafted by men. Heracles, as a part of his 12 labors, was asked to take down the lion which had been wreaking havoc in Nemea, a city in Peloponnesus. After finding it, he attempted to slay it with arrows only to find out that its skin was impenetrable. Heracles took extreme measures in order to stop the lion from escaping. He blocked one of the 2 entrances to its cave and followed it inside. To defeat it, he dealt with it manually, strangling it with his bare hands, something that eventually proved successful. In Greek mythology, Orthrus, also known as Orthus, was a 2-headed dog serving as the guardian of Gerion's cattle. Orthrus was the offspring of Typhon and Echidna. He is a large, powerful, 2-headed dog with a snake's tail and a viper's head. He had 3 rows of teeth in each jaw, 12 in all. Orthrus was said to have been born from Typhon's dripping blood when he castrated himself during his fall from heaven into Tartarus. Orthrus is one of the many 2-headed dogs that Hercules had to kill in his 12 labors. In Greek mythology, Orthrus was more dangerous than the other 2-headed dogs, because he was able to speak and beguile all who passed by him. Pegasus, the winged horse of Greek mythology, is perceived as one of the most meaningful mythical creatures. He was a product of Poseidon and Gorgon Medusa's union. At the same time that Perseus killed his mother, Chrysaor and Pegasus were born together. Some accounts say that the 2 creatures were spawned from Medusa's blood dripping onto the ground, while others believe they emerged from her neck when it spilled out. Whichever is true, both scenarios demonstrate how powerful and potent Medusa was to bring them into existence. The questing beast, or beast gladsant in Old French, a mythical creature that appears throughout Arthurian literature, is a cross between several different animals. It continues to be an icon of the medieval tales and recent fantasy and fiction stories that are based on them. Japanese folklore, Reiju is a mythical creature with lightning-based powers. It's often referred to as the Thunder Beast and is said to be able to move swiftly between storm clouds. Sirens, otherwise known as the Sirens, were renowned aquatic nymphs who charmed sailors in the vicinity with their stunning vocalizations and alluring melodies, often resulting in fatal consequences. As per ancient teaching, the Tashash was possibly a pure creature with a multicolored pelt. Certain wise people, Tanaim, assumed it was identical to the legendary Karesh, a mythical unicorn. We appreciate you taking the time to watch our content. If you could show your support by liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing, it would mean the world to us. Additionally, we'd love for you to join our community and be part of this amazing journey with us.